Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us tonight for our New Year, New Opportunities as a Locum Optical Worker webinar. Thank you so much for taking the time this Thursday evening to join us. My name is Olivia, and I'm a marketing executive at Nokia Locum, and I am joined by Sammy and Melissa, who are our Locum Success Consultants and looked after our Locum Optoms. So we're just going to take a wee minute to get into our agenda. So tonight we're going to be covering the essential documents that you need to get started with Nokia Locum, the benefits of working as a Locum Optometrist, how to maximise your earning potential with Nokia Locum. We're also going to cover some FAQs that Melissa and Sammy hear regularly, and then we're going to have a Q&A session at the end of the event. So please feel free to send in any of your questions throughout the event, and we'll get to them at the end. So first things first, for those of you who may not be aware of what Nokia Locum is. So Nokia Locum is an online platform that connects locum optometrists and dispensing opticians with employers across the UK. So currently we work with Boots, Asda, Specsavers, and many more independents across the UK. We are currently used by over 37,000 locums, and over 8,000 pharmacies and opticians use our platform to post shifts to connect with locum staff. So we are a top-rated locum app in the App Store and Google Play, and we've got a lot of awards for our technology, and so that's really all from us. So I'm going to pass over to Sammy, who's going to take us through our essential documents.
Thank you. So, hi everyone. The essential documents that you will need in order to be approved on our side is your photographic ID, your indemnity insurance, enhanced police check, and your GOC number. The enhanced police check, depending on where you are, will need to be valid within 2 years. If it is the DBS update service, then no need to worry. You can just have that uploaded and then fire us the update service number. If we move to the next slide there, Thank you. So once you've completed our compliance process, this will typically be done within 24 to 48 hours. You can get registered with Asda. And on screen there, you can see that the documents that you'll need to upload and provide to Asda, a lot of them are the same as what you need for us. So, it shouldn't be too much there. Additionally, all you'll really need to do is add your references and the level 2 safeguarding and the right to work if applicable. After you've uploaded these, you'll need to go to an Asda store, opticians, or pharmacy, whichever one's kind of the most handiest. But we do advise there to go to the store that you actually want to book with. Once you're there, you'll have your documents verified by the manager. Then all there is to do is wait.
Brilliant. So Melissa's going to cover all the benefits of being a locum or portfolio optometrist.
Yeah, so I am Melissa. I am one of the consultants in Optom as well. So yes, we're just going to take the time now to kind of go through the benefits of being a locum, focusing on that optometry field. But I think the first and probably the main one is flexibility and work-life balance. So arguably that's the main attraction of locum work. You are your own boss, you choose where you work, who you work for, how much you work for. So it gives you that kind of work-life balance. You also can have the likes of your stay away. So say, for example, you fancy like a little trip away to Bournemouth or somewhere just for the weekend, you have the option to do so, and you can travel and work while you go as well. I think one of the other kind of main things as well is that you get to meet so many different people, you meet so many different ways of working, so many different companies, so many different systems, and that also kind of expands your skill set. And that really helps for kind of future employment on what you want to do as well. I think the thing with locum as well is that some people can choose to do it kind of freshly qualified, just to kind of gain those initial skills. And I think locum really offers that, gains those skills that are kind of, you're just really out there and thrown into it. So there are people that kind of maybe sometimes, decide later on in life to make a wee change and go travel or cut down the hours. And I think that's the joy of that locum work, is that it's really up to you. And I suppose it's there to work around you. Yes, and then being your own boss. So again, it's really up to you where you want to go. Say you can take that wee trip away. you have the option to do so. You can set your own rate, and you can request your own expenses. But then that also comes with the flip side that you do have that financial responsibility. You are responsible for your own tax returns. We do, however, within Locate Locum have a lot of resources to help support you with this, and because it can be quite scary initially, if it's something that you're not used to. So if you do need any information on this, just please pop us a wee message and we can send you this over.
Thank you, Melissa. Yes, those resources to help support you with your finances, they're actually going to be sent out after the event. So you'll be able to download our it's like an invoice tracker and also some other resources that are really useful to have. So another benefit of being a locum is the ability to work as a locum alongside your full-time job. So this gives you a real freedom of choice. So you are not tied to any contract as a locum. You are able to work in different industries, communities, and with different teams to sort of understand what you really like. If you have the security of a full-time job and you like to, maybe build up your skill set, it's very useful to locum maybe at the weekends if you have a spare day, maybe during the week, to give you a bit more experience and really just the freedom of choice, as I say, for you to choose when and where you work. Just like on that there, like it's also useful to be realistic. So, commit a certain number of days a month, that you can locum and see how that works with your work-life balance and then alongside your full-time job too. We always recommend to book in advance. So it really gives you full visibility with our diary feature in the app. You can add in days that you are already booked to work, even from external sources. So it gives you full visibility of your availability, and then you can then slot in your locum shifts that you book via the platform. And I touched on it there beforehand, but really as a locum, one of the biggest pluses is developing your professional skills, whether that's working with new systems, new patients, perhaps like certain branches have a certain speciality that they deal with a lot of patients who maybe need contact lenses, and that's something that you want to gain experience with. You can find those shifts and get that experience with qualified team members. So working as a locum, you can work, across many different industries, whether that's even, in humanitarian efforts, academic research, and also working in hospitals. A lot of opticians, they can go work abroad with maybe in areas that there's conflict to really support people on the ground. And there's a lot of charities and industries within the optical space that support locums in doing this.
Okay, so moving on here now, so we have how to maximize our earning potential with LAL. So here on the app, here in the app, here's a few things that you can do. Firstly, you're able to block book. If you have a week or so, 2 weeks free, you're able to go into the app and book a whole slot of shifts if they are needed. You can negotiate for shifts. If there's a shift in your area, maybe the rate isn't quite up to your standards, you can negotiate this with the company. One of my favorite features anyway is the instant book. Instant book yourself into a shift. This way, you're saving the wait time. There's no admin time on the other side. If you see a shift on the app and it is available for instant book, that's essentially your confirmation. That's the shift booked instantly. If you are available to book a stay away, please let Melissa or myself know. That way, we'll be able to reach out to you if anything pops up, in your area or within the area that you're willing to travel to. And obviously, finally, building relationship with your colleagues that you work in new stores. This way can maybe help you in future if you start applying for shifts in there. And obviously, they'll know you, and you'll know the store and how they work. Okay, so another thing that you can do in the app, this would be your homepage. As you can see in one of them there, there's a whole pile of shifts that you're able to scroll through and apply for. To make this a bit more personal, you can filter by location and find shifts within a certain mile radius. You can filter out certain rates that don't typically suit you, ones that you wouldn't usually work for. You can favorite branches as well. So if a shift does pop up, in one of your favorite branches, it'll be at the top. You'll always see it first. We worked before stores as well. This way, if you do forget, sometimes it's nice to look back and see where you have worked. And if there are any blocks available or if there are any emergencies for the next few days, you can also filter there as well.
Brilliant, thank you, Sammy. So another aspect of working with Nokia Locum is that we have access to our Level Up Rewards program whenever you book shifts via the app. So I'm going to take you through each of the rewards that you will access whenever you book a certain amount of shifts. So whenever you sign up to Nokia Locum and you work your first shift, you receive a £50 welcome bonus on top of obviously then your shift rate. After 5 shifts, you will receive a £5 coffee voucher. After 10, we'll actually reimburse the full cost of your enhanced police check. This is a very popular one with many of our locums. And all you have to do is supply your receipt to our info@nokialocum.com inbox, and a member of our team is able to process that for you. And then whenever you do your 15 shifts, we'll actually give you £50 cash back towards your professional indemnity insurance. And then whenever you do your 20th shift, you gain access to Onzi. So Onzi is our partner discounts platform, and it gives you discounts on everything from fuel with Shell to your groceries, so the likes of Asda, Lidl, Aldi, huge grocery retailers, and then also on clothing and other high street brands, all within the Onzi app itself. So there's a lot of benefits to working. We also often have, monthly giveaways and things like that there that we do with our database. So there's a lot of opportunities for little extra perks whenever you book your shifts via Nokia Locum.
Yes, so me and Sammy are your consultants. It's nice to always put a face to the name, but we can support you with things like rate negotiations, finding suitable shifts for your schedule, work with you, stayaways, block bookings. We contact clients on your request as well. So we can then contact the client and say, for example, we have a locum here, they want, this rate, they want these expenses in terms of travel, for example. It's always worthwhile asking as well, if you are traveling a little bit more, you can always ask the question and say, I'm traveling a little bit more, can you help with some expenses? And we can always ask the client for you as well. So yeah, we really work with you on your availability, and we look for the shifts that suit your needs. Especially if you have things like queries on like what equipment there is or testing times, we can find all of that out for you as well and really act as your representatives. So if you need anything, you just give us a wee call or pop us a message and we'll get you sorted.
Sounds great.
Yes, so in terms of the app to track your finances, so as Sammy said there is a diary feature as well, so you can look at all of your upcoming and incoming events as well. So up at the top of your diary, it'll show you this month your predicted your salary, your rate as well. And you can also upload your shift expenses in the app. We do have there the likes of an invoice template and an expenses tracker that you can use. And I think is that being sent out post this as well?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So yeah, it gives you the real kind of flexibility and opportunity to really keep track of your finances and keep on top of everything. Because we know sometimes it's quite a scary thing to do.
Okay, so now moving on to the frequently asked questions that Melissa and I get from a fair amount of locums, I'd say. So first one there, yeah, why can I only see shifts from ex-employer on the app? So if you are currently registered on the Located Locum platform, website or app, and you can only see shifts for one company, it's likely you've joined through a link from that company, meaning you're only represented by them. Obviously, you'll only be able to see shifts for them. If you do want to view our full range of companies, please get in touch with us after the webinar or even during. Fire us an email, or you can get in touch with us during the weekdays. We'll be able to fire that over to our development team and see if we can get that sorted for you.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Sammy. Another question that we get asked quite often is who sets the rates on the platform? So it's a really valid question. So what happens is Nokia Locum is an online platform. So we are the bridge between you, the locum, and the employers. So it's the employers who post all of the rates and everything on the platform. They post the shifts at the rates and each of the requirements for that shift or that branch. So people sometimes think that it comes from us. So it's just really highlighting that it's up to the employers who set the rates. And, you know, as Melissa and Sammy have said, you know, if you ever want to negotiate, you can negotiate via the feature in the app, or you can send Melissa and Sammy a little message to see if there's any room for a rate increase or maybe some, you know, travel allowance or things like that there, you know, that the employer may be able to support you with. But yes, so the rates come from the employers. And equally, so another very valid question is, once I complete a shift, who pays me? So again, there's no payments that are processed via the Nokia Locum platform. This is done via the employer that you work with. So often you'll have to maybe leave an invoice in store, or each of the employers has got their own sort of maybe registration process for, like, you know, maybe you need to be registered on their system. But we have got help center articles about all of the employers that we work with. So please don't worry about that there. You know, Melissa and Sammy and the team are able to support you via the registration process to make sure that whenever, you know, you work your shift and in the payment times of that employer, that you're able then to get your payment. And then another question, so does Nokia Locum charge a fee for my booking on the app? So no, so we are not an agency, as we are a platform. We don't take any commission for the rate that you earn. So you keep 100% of what you earn. So whenever you go into the diary feature and you see your income, that is 100% yours. So we don't take a cut of it or anything, which is a question that we get asked quite a bit. And it's always really good to say, nope, 100% yours. So it's all good.
Okay, so what happens if your application is unsuccessful? You know, usually in this case, if your application is unsuccessful, you know, nothing personal. It's usually just due to them no longer needing the shift or, you know, having covered elsewhere. So, you know, a way to increase the chances of getting the shift booked for the day that you want is really to apply for as many as you can. You know, if you do see 3 potential shifts on the same day that, you know, you'd maybe be willing to do, give all of them an apply. You know, that'll increase the chances of getting the shift for that day. And just to confirm, obviously, you know, once one of the shifts has been booked, the other applications will drop off automatically, you know, saving you from getting double booked.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sammy.
Yeah, so this is a question that we get quite a lot as well, is that, you know, we have those level up rewards. Why am I not getting them? Why do I not qualify for them? And this kind of stems back to what Sammy said earlier, just in regards to who you're represented by, and it can be a little bit confusing. So if you're not represented by Nokia Locum, you wouldn't be eligible for the level up rewards. But it is just as simple as just a quick message to see who am I represented by if you're not sure. But usually if you sign up through another link with another company, you wouldn't be represented by ourselves. But yeah, it's just as easy as give us a quick call and we can tell you if you are or not qualifying for the rewards.
Great, thank you, Melissa. So we're sort of drawn to the words at the end of our webinar at the minute. If you have any questions, please do feel free to send them in, and we'll be able to answer them during our Q&A session. But just wanted to tell you all about, I'm sure some of you already know, that the 100% Optical show is happening now at the end of February in the Excel in London. So this is the UK's largest optical event. It's an amazing event. There's a lot of different companies, suppliers, there's a fashion show for glasses, there's a lot going on, and we will be there. So Nokia Locum have got a stand at the show. So if you are attending, please do call around to say hello. If you have any questions about using the app or getting started, please do call over. We would love to see you. And just some of our next steps. So if you do want to sign up to Nokia Locum, whenever I send out our resources tomorrow, you're able to sign up via our link and get your £50 welcome bonus whenever you work your first shift. So I don't see any questions coming through just at the minute, but I hope that maybe we've answered most of our FAQs that the team get, you know, during the presentation. Maybe give it another couple of seconds to see if anything comes through But if not, that's really the end of our event. And if you do have any questions, please do get in contact with us at info@lokialocum.com. You can reach out to us via social media also if you have any questions or you want to know something more about the platform. So I don't see any coming through at the minute, so I think we're going to maybe call it there. But thank you so much for joining us tonight and for taking the time to watch the webinar and listen in. And again, if you have any questions, please do reach out. So thank you so much, everybody. And thank you, Sammy and Melissa, for joining us tonight. You're so helpful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a nice evening. Thank you.